Rocci open for the treble. Have another look via Conti. Cole recognises Reed open for three.
Talk about class.
With the numbers on the break, Rocci. Jones left unattended. Feeding Hillman into the defender, count it. Jones with 5 seconds. Gotta go. Haley Jones steps into a jumper and drains it. Beautifully weighted pass to Hillman. This is where Geelong want the basketball. She's been classed in the second half. Oh, Lockridge lost the defender. Jones has got to go. Conti in time.
Oh, big time Conti!
Rocci though, right back out.
Got to get a shot up.
Handoff, Conti lets it fly, buries it. Geelong at the buzzer and Conti for the win.
Wow.
They've done it at the State Basketball Centre. What a moment. What a finish last time out between these two. Geelong have had the wood over Southside this season, leading their season series 2-0, but with a 4-game losing streak. United have not won since that night where Conti drained the game winner back in round 7. Both sides coming off losses in round 10, and their situations are not made any easier by some key injuries. Season's on the brink here at the State Basketball Centre. Welcome to your WNBL Wednesdays, brought to you by Ford. My name is Liam Ellison, and joined alongside me this evening is WNBL Championship winning coach Laurie Chiswick. Laurie, welcome.
Thank you, Liam. Can we say it's the pointy end of the season yet? Because I'm sure for these two teams, it absolutely feels like it. This must be like a finals pressure situation for them, because they are vying hard to get into that 4th position.
They sure are, and this is why we have such separation between the top 3, Laurie, and that bottom 5, all fighting for that final spot.
Well, Townsville with that buzzer-beating shot by Abby Ellis over Southside, they're putting a little bit of distance between 3rd and 4th. Plus, the signing of Nia Coffey shows their intent on being in the top 4 at the end of the regular season.
That is a huge signing for the Townsville Fire. It was in the WNBL previously 5 seasons ago. Well, both sides tonight are missing some key players, and the Southside skipper, Maddie Rocci, caught up with our own Megan Huswaite a little earlier.
Well, Maddie, the Flyers have been consistently inconsistent this season. Where do you find some consistency in your game starting tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it has to come from tonight. We know the ladder's still close, and that top 4, obviously 4th spot is probably where we need to get to. And I think for us, we've been in every single game this season. You look at our losses, and I think we're right there. We just haven't been able to get over the line. So hopefully tonight we can bring that and bring an effort and energy for 40 minutes that we actually need in front of our home fans on our home court.
Does it start on the defensive end?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been hyping on that all season, and you can always talk about putting 40 minutes of effort in on defense, but I think we have to action that, and that's the way that the game's going to be won, is at the defensive end. We know we can score, we know we've got so many offensive powers, but for us it's the defense, and we have to get that done tonight.
So no bet Cole tonight, which means you'll be stepping up as captain, but I guess the leadership needs to come from the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have so many leaders in this group, and I think for me personally, I think the way that I lead is by leading by example on the court, and I think if I can start that and start at a high intensity and bring the energy and bring the defense, and then I think that stems down from me. So I think, yes, bringing the leadership, but also we have so many great leaders in our group, especially Nars, that can bring something for us.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys in action tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks to Maddie Rocci for her time before the match. And these two star imports for both sides are going to have a big say on how the evening progresses, Laurie.
Well, look at the comparison between them. They're both the top scorers for each of their consecutive teams. And Hillman, you'd have to say she is in MVP contention. She's at 18.5 points per game, is 2nd in the competition. She's 4th in rebounding. She's 2nd in field goal percentage. She's just having such a great season, and what I like about her is just her demeanor when she plays. She's not got too many highs, not too many lows. She's just very even-keeled, great basketball IQ, and she is really going to need to step up again tonight.
And no Monique Conti for Geelong means that Haley Jones is going to be called upon in a big way.
Well, she is, because we know that she can score. She's leading, as we saw in those stats, Geelong's leading scorer. But what Haley's going to have to bring tonight and for the rest of the season is her ability to defend positions 1 to 4. She can do that. We can see that the last time they played, she scored 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So they're going to be looking for her to be really involved in this game tonight.
She was absolutely excellent and nearly ended the game at regulation as well. Her buzzer-beating game winner just waved off before Conti got it done in OT. They are missing some players tonight, Geelong, but of course they have a new addition mid-season at that in Alex Sharp.
Well, Sharpie, welcome home. Where have you been and what's led you back to the WNBL?
I've been all over, actually. No, I was in Madrid and I wanted to be home, so I've made the move and I'm back here now settling in with Geelong.
How has the settle in been? Obviously a new club and you're a new piece to the puzzle, but you've got a few games under your belt now.
Yeah, it's always tricky coming into a team halfway through, but the girls have been great. Chris has been awesome, just like getting me into the group, settling me in, so I'm having a great time so far.
Unfortunately, no Keely Froling or Monique Conti tonight. What does that mean for the Geelong starting 5?
It just means everyone's got to step up a little bit, pick up the slack, and everyone can really play a really important role for us. Everyone's ready to go, next player up, and hopefully can give Southside a run for their money.
Well, it's been close games so far. I'm sure that will be the case tonight. Great to have you home.
Thank you.
It is great to have Alex Sharp back in the WNBL playing game number 4 of the season tonight for Geelong, who, as we noted, are missing some key figures, and it's a lengthy injury process, unfortunately, for Keely Froling, Laurie.
Oh, Keely had a season-ending injury, tearing her meniscus against Canberra, so that is so unfortunate because we know what an impact she has on this Geelong team. And Beck Cole has had scans on her hip and groin. She's all clear, but she needs to build up, and hopefully will be okay for Saturday's game against Townsville. And then Mon Conti, same thing as week-by-week prospect. So, you know what? As Chris Lucas said, when there's adversity, it's opportunity. It allows opportunity for other players.
Certainly does. The depth of both sides will be tested this evening. Brett, Hank and Shelley into the starting 5 for Geelong. And here we go in Melbourne, the Flyers and United for WNBL Wednesdays. Koenig. First look for the Flyers. Reed. Will be out of bounds. Geelong basketball. Referees today, Shannon Jennings, Daniel Batye and Brad Henshaw. Geelong won both outings between these two this season. First in round 2, their first ever victory. And then in round 7.
And Southside aren't going to want to have the Victorian Derby, the games against the other Victorian teams to end in 3-0. So they're going to be really keen to get this W.
Certainly. Looking to avoid that clean sweep. Here's Jones. Lost the handle and shot clock expires.
That's something that would please Coach Christy Harrower, getting a defensive stop this early in the game. Shows their intent that they want to play a great defensive game, as Maddie Rocci alluded to.
Rocci. Running point. Inside is Hillman. Hank with a big job this evening. Shelley pushing the pace. Sharp straight down the keyway, high off the window and in.
That's good to see Alex Sharp involved early. She's only played a couple of games. It always takes a little while to get your feet going again with a new team, a new coach.
She's settling back in. As Hillman steps out her range.
She certainly doesn't need any settling in. She is well and truly there.
Team of the week honours for Naz Hillman. After that 26-12 performance against Townsville. Sideline basketball, Koenig. She made some big plays at the end of regulation against Townsville, Laurie.
She sure did, Liam. It was really the way she went about her business. She got a couple of steals, a couple of blocks, a two-point shot, a three-point. I mean, she was absolutely influential.
Did it on both ends. Just fell short, of course, courtesy of that Abby Ellis game winner. Brett. Free throw line jumper for Hank, just off. Sharp nearly tracked it down. Stays Geelong basketball. By Shelley. Hank, kick out. Brett. Strong on the three. Stayed with the play, and last touch off Hannah Hank.
It was good execution, and that's the thing with Geelong. To be honest, that they're getting good looks, and they have in other games that they've lost too. Their shooting percentage is very low.
Have struggled offensively throughout the season. Kunik inside, Hillman with a cleanup.
Really good find by Alice Kunik, a little drop-off pass to Hillman as her defender committed to her.
Brett assessing. Hank off the dribble. Hillman walling up, terrific defense. Probing. Kunik inside with a steal. 3 defenders there. And Shelley comes away with it. A reset with Shelley. Captain today in absence of Keely Froling. Steadies things for Southside. Inside is Kunik. And Shelley arrived with the steal.
Great defense by Geelong.
Now a reset via Jones. A near triple-double last time these two played for Hayley Jones. Somehow avoided the turnover. Brett lets it fly.
Well, both teams are really just feeling each other out and seeing what they can give, but they're certainly, Southside are looking to get it inside at every opportunity, whether it's Alice Kunik or this last time, as we saw, trying to find Hillman in there.
Tie up and possession arrow will favour Geelong. And that 20-point loss to the Capitals on the stat sheet, Laurie, was really an odyssey. 30 turnovers they forced the Capitals into.
Well, it was really interesting. 30 turnovers. They had themselves 17 offensive rebounds, 17 steals, but still came away with a 20-point loss.
And 31 more field goal attempts in a loss. That is extraordinary. Over the timeline, Rochi. Kunik off the three-point line, straight to the cup. She'll earn them at the stripe. 88% free throw shooter this season, Alice Kunik. Massive roll moving over from the Townsville 5. 36 minutes per night. Sitting there in the top 5 in the league for points per game. Slow start offensively for Geelong United.
I think Jones needs to get a little bit more involved.
Here she is on cue, Shelley. Long rebound for Rochi. Takes the assistance of Hillman. Rochi bursting through. Had some good looks from 3, Geelong. Yet to connect. Jones pulls up, rattles out once more. Rockridge was first to it and fouls. Five minutes gone here. And Southside with a 4-point lead. Megan Huswaite's courtside. Megan.
Geelong with their first subs of the night, Ellsworthy and Raber into the game for Hank and also Alyssa Brett. I spoke to Hannah Hank before the game and she's been starting for Geelong in recent weeks, and she said as a kid from Port Lincoln in South Australia, she could never imagine she'd be starting in her WNBA season, let alone playing on WNBA calibre players like tonight and Naz Hillman. And she said Hillman's the toughest matchup she's had in the WNBL. She said she's so tough to guard, but she's up for the challenge and we know she's going to have a busy night tonight.
For sure is. There is Hillman on cue. Raber out there for Geelong. It's testing the depth of their front court. Of course, Kaiser, who departed early on in the season, and now Froling out for the rest of the year.
It's really important that, you know, looking at Geelong's bench, that the starters, they keep out of foul trouble just to minimize the amount of rotations that they have to go through.
Back with Rochi. 10-second rolling is Hillman. Back heel on the lay-in, but she'll go to the line for two.
Really good read by Hillman. On that pick and roll, there was a switch and she rolled hard to the basket. Probably a little bit of miscommunication with Geelong, just not aggressive enough. And Hillman finds herself at the line.
Active start for Naz. Up to 5 at this early stage. Unlucky on the seconds. Geelong now 1 of 8 from the field. Potter's out there. Shelley in the keyway. Great find and the cut from Potter. But Southside's defense has had all the answers. Mishandled. Bubbled out to Shelley and she's fouled. Actually showing some frustration.
But Geelong have had actually some good looks. That cut to the basket by Potter was the exact right move. I think they just need to slow down a little bit when they're getting ready to shoot the ball.
Ellsworthy running point. Peak provided from Raber. Reed with the length. Geelong will go again with 12 seconds. Single-digit shot clock. And Sarah Ellsworthy draw up. Raber, top of the perimeter three. And their cold streak continues. That's team foul number 5 on Potter, and we are walking down for 3 throws. It's been far from the dream first period for Geelong.
Wow, it's an interesting, it's a real grind out there for both teams. I feel the energy level for the Flyers is right up. They're really focused and obviously have done a great job defensively to keep to Geelong 2 points. And Geelong, I feel, are moving, but everything's just a bit too quick, so they're not able to finish. They're not able to perhaps set as good as screens as they want. They just need to slow down a little bit.
They've got Hayley Jones on the bench with 2 personals as well.
Now that's big.
The pressure on this bench unit is sharp. On the block, fading away. Unlucky not to fall. Reed, kick out, what a deflection. It'll stay with the Flyers. Make sure you've got the WNBL app downloaded to keep up with all of today's action, stats and highlights. Download it from the App Store today. Here's Hillman on the block. Rockridge A great look from three and knocks it down.
What poise from Naz Hillman. She almost got the ball knocked out of her hand, was doubled, just had the presence of mind to take one dribble, see her teammate at the top of the key, and wide open three.
Timeout on the floor, an 11-2 start to the Southside Flyers. And a lot to talk about here for Chris Lucas and his staff. 1 of 11 from the fields. It's been the problem all season long, Laurie. Let's see if we can listen in just a moment to what Chris Lucas has to say to his team.
You're over the top of it, okay? Guys, we need to keep moving the basketball and keep getting inside touches. We're doing okay down there. We're in blacks in the pick and roll. Yeah? Out of the timeout, extended to 11. Extended to 11, okay? Straight up zone, know where the shooters are. Okay. Jazzy, go here. Sarah on this side, Sharpie, you're here. Okay? When 5 out, Danny, you're here. Okay, who's that? So, Gemma, you're here. Okay? So let's throw this here. Okay, Sharpie, you're coming off this to score. Okay? We can hammer Danny and slip that if we need to.
Let's go, team.
Geelong huddle being giving the hurry along and just providing some much-needed structure to the offense.
Well, Chris Lucas is a very experienced coach, has been in the competition for 18 seasons, 383 games. His messages are very succinct. He was very calm in that timeout, you know, even though I'm sure he's thinking 2 points. But really good messaging for his team. Keep the ball moving, get our inside looks.
Megan, you were listening in to Southside.
I was, and Coach Christy Harrower delighted with the defence, obviously, to this point in the first quarter. Just getting her players to be aware that where Hillman is, Jazz Shelley isn't far behind, and she's certainly been in everything for Geelong, facilitating. Dallas Loffridge with the job on her. And Southside will be looking to run a play called Jayco, which, of course, is their major naming rights partner, so it's always good to get a plug in for the sponsors by naming a player after them.
Love it, thanks, Megan. Shelley on cue, driving baseline.
Really nice rip and go by Jazz Shelley. Just got by Alex Loffridge.
Finally, they break the cold streak. Koenig around Raver. Doubled and Lockridge is open once more.
What a great move by Lockridge. Just a really great position for a bailout when Alice Koenig was stopped. There she was. She knew her teammate would be at that receiver spot. The bailout. Had a nice look.
Connor. Great find inside from Raver and Sharp on the second attempt. And one. And a chance for an extra. That'll give Chris Lucas just a chance to breathe a sigh of relief. They missed a few in the Kiwi last game. Able to clean it up there, Laurie.
Well, Alex Sharp, she is known for her rebounding. Last year when she played at the Capitals, she averaged 11 rebounds a game, 16 points per game. Was named the WNBL Breakout Player of the Year and also Capitals Players Player. So she is experienced. She's a great player. We know she loves to go after those rebounds, and she's going to play a big role with this Geelong team.
Rochi down the boulevard. Southside out by 9. Worthy stops in her tracks. Sharp. Flyers control the glass. Running the floor is Koenig. And it's all the way of the home side.
It's a great look, a great push by the Flyers. It's something that Geelong have to be wary of. Their D-trans wasn't great against Canberra, and they don't want to give those options to the Flyers.
Ellsworthy wrapped up. It's a foul call on Nars Hillman the first. Clear call for the referee. 15 remains in this first period. Ellsworthy with 5 seconds. From the elbow. Nails it for Geelong. averaging the 14 minutes per game this season, Sarah Ellsworthy. That number's going to be much higher in this contest due to injuries. Watching. No one there to meet Koenig. And again, that is a breakdown from Geelong, somehow let out of jail.
Yes, exactly right.
Ellsworthy. Can Potter get it going? Push 14 for United. Alyssa Brett to make something happen. Long rebound for Burrows. Open canvas ahead and she'll push the issue. Shot clock off. Ellsworthy to finish the firsts. Just in time. Burrows, that'll do it. 18 plays 9 at the end of 1. The Flyers with a handy advantage after the first 10. But a lot to play out here at the State Basketball Centre in Melbourne. One quarter down here in Melbourne, and the Southside Flyers have a 9-point advantage after the first 10 minutes of play. It's been a scrappy opening and a mixture of contributors for the Flyers, led by Dallas Lockridge with 6, courtesy of a couple of 3 balls, but a lot to work out here, Laurie Chiswick, for Geelong.
Well, especially with Jones on 2 fouls, that makes it really, really tough for them.
Megan Huswaite is courtside. Megan.
I am with Geelong's injured captain, Keely Froling. You got the players in as soon as the siren went there. What did you say to your team?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, you know, we're getting good shots, and that's a pretty good quarter there. Just got to keep going, make some shots, and keep getting some stops defensively.
They've got to drop, don't they? Tell us a little bit about your injury. It is a meniscus. What happens next?
Yeah, so we're going to see a surgeon on Friday and kind of get a plan going from there, and yeah, just cheer on from the sidelines, which you know I hate from now, but you know, do whatever I can to help the girls that way.
You're a Froling. We can't keep you still, but we know you'll be leading and supporting from the sidelines. We'll let you get back to the bench as this second quarter gets underway.
Thank you.
It is a tremendous blow to lose Keely Froling for the season.
Well, she brings so much as their captain, and both offensively, rebounding, just her toughness and her leadership out there. But as she said, she'll be there from the sideline, I'm sure, every single game.
As she said as well, they have had some great looks from 3, Laurie. They just weren't able to connect. 0 from 5, but all of them really were wide open. Good looks. Whistle here from the referee. Fresh 14 from the baseline. This is Shelley. Hank. Mid-range jumper is strong, and Ellsworthy pulls down another offensive rebound. Shelley can't connect. Nothing going for Geelong. Reid, the spin cycle. Tough move from Tara Reid.
Well, that's her signature, getting her feet in the paint, getting herself downhill to the basket. She's a great finisher.
First points of this second period go to Southside. Ellsworthy can't correct the trend. She can call a play. Flyers well in control of this ball game. Kick ball. The Flyers will have it from the sideline.
The Flyers are doing a really good job of looking for each other, looking inside to the mismatches, really trying to get Hillman involved.
It has been highly fruitful for them in the first quarter. Reid doing just that, but Hank able to cut it off. Shelley around the pick. Through the trees, but not quite.
So Shelley needs to me, she looked like she was avoiding contact there. She just needs to go up strongly.
Imogen Rock into the ball game for the Southside Flyers. Great timing from Shelley. Just the 9 active players today for Southside due to injury, missing Michaela Vaughan, Beck Cole, and still without Carly Ernst. Hillman, the bank nearly went. Jones gliding through. Oh, goes down. Jones somehow making things happen for Geelong.
Well, and they need her involved, and it's good to see her back on the court, penetrating hard to the basket. She's a good foul shooter as well.
They've needed her re-entry into the game after sitting with the 2 personals. Rochi initiating offense. Here's Rock assessing for the Flyers. Off-ball whistle against United. Stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. Reid banks it in for 2.
Well, really good idea by Reid to attack Jones because she's got 2 fouls, so really she can only defend so much because she doesn't want to get her 3rd one early.
Jones pulls the trigger for 3. Rochi, sense of urgency. Koenig, early 3-ball. Bobbled out to Reid. Out of the woods yet at Geelong, and Tara Reid active in the seconds. Five points in the period. Zigzagging through as Shelley steps out for 3. Nothing falling. Reid snatches away the rebound, and now they've got numbers. It's a timely foul in the end from Shelley.
Southside are playing with really good pace right now, Liam. You know, often they, you know, we talk about how fast Perth plays, how fast, you know, other teams play, but right now I like the tempo that the team is playing. Maddie Rochi, she's doing a good job of controlling it. Lockridge, Reed's running the floor really well, Koenig. So their intention is to pick this pace up.
And possibly a deliberate directive. Given what happened against the Capitals, they really exposed them with defensive transition. Manuela Poch set to check in for the first time, and let's head down to Megan Huswaite next.
Well, Manny Poch is about to join her NBL 1 Dandenong Rangers teammate Imogen Rock on the court. Rock gets some opportunity tonight because of the injuries to the Southside Flyers, and Christy Harrower really likes the cut of her jib. She could shoot the three. She's long and athletic, and she's been wanting to play her, and now it's a matter of having to and urgency, and she gets her chance now tonight, and it's been great to see so many young players earning their opportunity off the back of NBL 1, getting their chance here in the Signet WNBL.
It sure is, and homegrown talent at that as well from the southeast of Melbourne. Suiting up for the Flyers. Chris Lucas up to the drawing board here, Laurie. 15-point advantage. Calling all sports teams, say goodbye to the travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. Rock and Manny Poch join Hillman and Koenig out there on the floor.
I feel like not only are they missing, you know, their captain and Keely Frawling, but Monique Conte has really, you know, run the show for Geelong in the last little while. Played really well, controlled the tempo, and then they're missing her leadership.
Walking call against Hank. Turnover number 5 against United. Hillman. 3.5 gone in the seconds. Flyers have really put the clamps down. Koenig inside, Hillman.
Oh, that was a miscommunication defensively. Alice Koenig came blasting off that baseline screen, and both defenders went to her and left Hillman wide open.
Got them out of sorts, the Flyers. Geelong searching for answers. Hank was fouled in the keyway.
You look at the Geelong lineup that's on the court now, and really Alex Sharp and Potter are the only two players that have played any significant WNBL seasons, and even like Potter hasn't played that many, so they're pretty low on experience right now.
They sure are. They are a very young side, Geelong. Here's Rochi. 28 plays 11. Rock getting some great burn off the Pioneer in the seconds. Koenig backing down, 5 seconds. Gotta go. Looks online. On target for Koenig.
Alice Koenig knows that with the absence of some of the other players that she already plays fairly big minutes, 36, 4th in the competition, but she needs to stay out there.
3 of 5 now from beyond the arc, and Potter fires back for Geelong.
That was a relief that 3 went in, the first one of the game.
Sure was. 1 of 10. Waiting the pick of Hillman. Now Rochi turns the corner. Rock open. Last touched off Southside. Into the shot clock. That was tough from Alice Koenig.
Yeah, she had a little string on the ball, a little behind the back. Step back 3.
Sharp cleans it up. Potter can go again. And buries it. Back-to-back threes for Gemma Potter.
I'd be calling a play for her next time down the floor. Set her up for another three. She's feeling good.
Raber comes away with a steal. Brett, the open floor, and converts on the lay-in. That was no easy feat. Geelong with an 8-0 run here and a timeout on the floor. 12-point advantage to Southside. Finally, the offense opens up for Geelong here, Laurie, courtesy of a couple of threes from Gemma Potter.
Well, Gemma Potter, and then that defensive steal from Brett and driving it. And I'm glad she went all the way. She took the contact, she absorbed it, she finished strongly. That's what they need to spark this outfit.
Still in this ball game, Geelong, despite their struggles. Southside yet to fully capitalise on their advantages. They're led by Tara Reid with 9. Hillman has 7 and Alice Kunik as well with 7 to round out their leaders. Now out rebounding Geelong 20-13. Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre where the Flyers hold a double-digit lead, but Geelong coming off an 8-0 run. They'll have some momentum out of the timeout. Watching has Lockridge ahead. Watch from the perimeter. Hillman inside, muscling her way through. No contact, said the referee.
Geelong just kept their arms straight. Alex Sharp.
Shelley draws the foul on Potch. Megs, you were listening in to Southside.
I was, and it's a bit of deja vu for Southside right now. They've held leads in quite a few games and the opposition has come back into it, and that was the message from Christy Harrower. Don't relax on this lead. She wants to see them take care of the ball in the final 3.5 minutes. Naz Hillman and Alice Kunik just communicating about communicating more and doing so on Gemma Potter.
Love it. Thanks, Megan. Raber, not quite. And Brett has been fouled.
Well, I'm pretty sure that that's what happened last time these teams played, that the Flyers had a significant lead in that first quarter, and then Geelong came right back and was fairly close at halftime. So, as Meg said, that's a really strong message from Christy Harrower to keep going and don't play any differently because you have a lead.
They sure did fight their way back last time. Largely courtesy of Hayley Jones, who is back on the bench now with 3 personals. That is seriously concerning for Chris Lucas. Lockridge trapped here along the sideline. The whistle came first, and it's a foul call.
Well, they didn't really need to foul there. They did a good job of getting into that trapping area just past the center line. And you can see that they had the sideline, the center line as their friend out there. They just needed to keep Lockridge there.
Personal assessed on Brett. Hoping to tie up the basketball. Watching picked off. And the foul came from behind. That should mean 3 throws for Geelong. They'll be in the bonus with plenty of time remaining in the seconds.
There's no question Geelong are very active with their hands defensively and coming up with some good steals.
Back into single figures. Potter makes no mistake. Yeah, closing fast here, Geelong. This run continues to mount. Southside were out 31-11 at one stage. Now they have the steal the other way. Potter. Ellsworthy. Moves the calm head for Geelong. Raver nearly lost it. Ellsworthy fighting inside. Reed can slingshot the other way. Koenig had the seal, but the pass, not quite.
That's where Southside, they need to go on their experience. And Tara Reid, yes, that was a seal by Koenig, but get a better angle in there.
12-0 run for Geelong. Ellsworthy breaks the screen of Raver. Now Shelley. Great passing from Geelong, and Sharp can't convert. Southside basketball.
There's no question, Geelong's putting pressure on the Flyers at both ends of the court.
Now leading this second period, 14-13. We have a timeout on the floor. 41 plays 23. Christy Harrower needs to chat things over. On the eve of half-time, a couple of minutes away. Just looking to take the steam out of this United run.
Well, Hillman, you know, she's sitting with her fouls, but Chris Lucas would know a lot about Hillman. She played for him last year, and right now she's got 7 points, so Chris will know what Christy's trying to do. Christy was his assistant last year.
On the pass, go and trap it straight away.
Okay.
Here's Christy Harrower.
Okay. I want to go with 3 one time. 3 one time. So let's start here. So Baz, here, Talentay, Alan here. All right. Here we go, ladies. Outside.
We could screen that player on the outside.
Drawing something up for the Flyers.
I think we'll see a zone from the Flyers for one play only, which is often what a coach does out of a timeout. Just throw something different at the opposition, make them have to think about things.
Throw them out of their rhythm. 2.5 remains in this first half in Melbourne. Hillman all the way herself to the cup. Count the points.
Well, that's one way to break a press, is just to handle it yourself, go all the way to the basket, lay it in, and get an and one.
Doing a bit of everything this season for the Flyers, Naz Hillman. Showcasing an expanded game in the Signet WNBL, and she converts the three-point play. Out to double figures. Potter has led the fight back. 8 points in the quarter for Gemma Potter. Burrows. Over against the Flyers.
Sorry, Jazz Shelley did a great job of cutting the baseline off. She got her foot right over the baseline so that she really had nowhere to go and threw the ball out of bounds.
Potter again. Confident stroke.
I like it. Set up that play. A nice little flare screen that was called out of that timeout. Great shot by Gemma Powder. Go at her again.
Make it 13 to her name. She is cooking. 6 points the margin now. Biggest lead for Southside was 20. Back to the stripe off that whistle. There's Koenig, 7 points, 2 of 2 from the line this evening.
Oh, I was just going to say she's an 88% foul shooter.
Their miss. She goes 0 of 2, in fact. Hillman nearly tracked it down. Uncharacteristic, and Christy Harrower is going to enter halftime a little frustrated.
Well, you never want to see history repeat itself, so the fact that they have had games where they've had big leads and let teams back into the game, it is frustrating. It's something you want to learn from each game, not duplicate.
Sharp. Oh, Potter again. Finally a miss from three from the Southside perspective. Not out of the woods yet. Richardson into the ball game for Geelong. Couldn't quite convert there. Lockridge penetrating. And Rock has been assessed with the travel.
I think it was just that little bit of indecision. Should I just catch and shoot it, or am I going to put it to the floor and take it to the rack? And so just drag that pivot foot just a slight bit.
Final minute here of the first half. We close it to a single possession ball game. Off the back of what has been a huge run for United. Shelley inside, Dakota Christian converts.
Tell you what, this bench unit of Geelong have been impressive. They're active defensively.
Shot clock unplugged to finish the seconds. And it'll be bonus 3 throws for Lockridge. First personal on Sarah Ellsworthy. It's Hayley Jones and Maddie Rocci in foul trouble with 3 apiece heading into the main break. 2 of 2 for Dallas Lockridge. 8.8 to work with. Ellsworthy. Potter has been scintillating in the first half. Just off to finish the second. A 6-point advantage to the Flyers at the halftime break. But Geelong rolled off a 19-5 run to end this quarter, and they, Laurie Chiswick, are right back in this one.
Well, they're certainly going into this halftime break with all the momentum. Southside would just be shaking their head as to why this game got so close at this end, but, you know, their experience, they'll come out. But, yeah, Geelong, wow, they're doing well.
Gemma Potter led the fight back with 13 points to her name in the second. She's down with Megan.
Well, Gemma, how tough is this Geelong team? First season in the league, you've got injuries, you've had adversity the whole way. What are you guys made of?
Yeah, it's a pretty special group to play with. I'm pretty fortunate to step out with them. Obviously, we've got 2 of our main players down and the 2 that won the game for us last time. So we're just stepping up in our moments and doing it as a team.
Southside led by as much as 20 points. It's now back to 6, 13 points for you as you come off the bench in this game. Talk to me about the pride you have in playing your role, whether you're a starter or coming on as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, for basketball's to me just something I never take for granted. So every second I'm out on the court, I'll just do my role as best as I can, and tonight the shots are falling.
And we love to see it. Get in there and we'll see you in the second half.
She's been a much-needed offensive punch for Geelong. 13 points to lead the way, and they are back in this one. Will history repeat as Geelong look to complete the comeback? It's a 6-point ball game at halftime.
Give them a huge Flyers welcome on the floor here. Whoever Beck Cole, she's a weirdo. She's down to earth. She loves her family, she loves her friends, she loves having a laugh. To be honest, she loves the sun. I love that WNBL season is in summer. And someone who just, I think, really wants to empower women and make everyone feel confident and really good about themselves.
I'm nowhere near as competitive or angry, which I probably look like I am on the basketball court. I think I'm, pretty relaxed and love spending time with family and friends and just having fun. So yeah, probably not the white line fever that we're all used to.
No, I would say I feel like I am driven in basketball, but I would say like I'm also driven off the court as well. In my studies, I'm having a break at the moment, but yeah, I would say I'm quite studious. I like being outside around friends and yeah, just having good vibes around me and surrounding myself with good people.
I like to think I'm a nice person. I really lean into my friends and my family and pretty casual, pretty chill person. So I like to go to the beach, get coffee, do all the things like eat out.
Biggest thing probably is just like finding ways to relax. I think being home's cool too. I can go and see my parents, my brother's there and he's got a fishing boat, so he's always trying to drag me out on the water, which is cool. So it's good that I have, some people out, well, they're still in basketball, but outside of the bubble a little bit, but they also still understand basketball, which I think is really important too.
I'm a dog mum, so I would say that's me. You'll find me with my dogs a lot of the time. Yeah, I love going on walks with them. I'll take them to the Oval. I live in St Kilda, so yeah, I'm always with them and yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm not really anything else.
I'm pretty quiet. I like being around my friends, particularly I like hanging out with friends who aren't basketballers because I guess that just gives me that sense of being away. Love going to the beach, going surfing, things like that. Like anyone, just watching Netflix, chilling out. But I think just being around my family and friends, they keep me balanced, level.
Jade Melbourne away from the court. She's pretty quiet actually. She loves her alone time. She loves Netflix. She loves, smashing down a box of shapes. I love spending time with family and friends. I cherish that a lot considering I'm away so much of the time. So those moments I do get with my younger sisters, with my mum and dad are super special. Love my 2 dogs. But yeah, very low-key person away from the court. Basketball's when I'm truly showing my real colours.
Welcome back to WNBL Wednesdays on ESPN, brought to you by Ford, Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick with you on the call. It's a 6-point advantage to Southside at the halftime break, but the bench has really made the difference in Geelong's comeback.
Oh my goodness, they have, and they haven't had a lot of opportunity, but with the 2 key players in Conti and Frawling out, they've really stepped up, and I've been impressed the way they've gone about it. They've moved the ball really well. They've looked at open players. We can see Alex Sharp there just driving and finishing, but it was a really good second quarter effort from Geelong and their bench players.
It was, and 17-0 is the bench points stats, led of course by Potter, who hit 3 triples in the period. Dallas Lockridge got involved early, and they really started to unlock that offense that was sputtering early on in the first.
Well, it was sputtering, and I think it was a matter of maybe the Flyers sort of took their foot off the pedal a little bit defensively, and they just can't afford to do that, as Christy Harrower alluded to. But, the likes of Alice Koenig, Hillman, Tara Reid, Rauchi had to sit a bit with her 3 fouls. But having said that, Jones has sat a long time too, and so, she'll need to come on the second half and hopefully have a bit more influence.
Nars Hillman leads the way with 10 points. It was interesting listening to Christy Harrow in her press conference after that loss against the Townsville Fire in their last game, and just noting that at times she has to call upon this group to come out of these spurts and show some energy. It seems like it's almost more of the same issues for them as they've dropped away here.
Well, that's right, and we've said that there have been numerous games where they've lost it down the stretch. They've had good leads, and then they've just, I don't know, they lose focus, and that's why, you have to hold focus emotionally and physically for 4 quarters, and Maddie Rauchi talked about that at the start, and it's something that they're going to have to get back for this 3rd and 4th quarter.
Before we get to the second half, let's go down to Megan Huswaite, who has some big news around the league, and for the Townsville Fire. Megan.
Well, a mid-season signing for the Fire for the third straight year. Nia Coffey, who played for Adelaide in 2018-19 and was club MVP, leading the Lightning to a grand final series, has replaced Zaya Cook. Now, she plays with Atlanta in the WNBA. She's a WNBA veteran, and she knows this league, which was a big part of why the Townsville Fire have signed her. She arrived in Australia yesterday, trained with the Fire today. I just touched base with Townsville co-captain Courtney Woods, and she's very happy with what they've seen from Nia Coffey so far, and she'll suit up for the Fire on Saturday night for their home clash against the Southside Flyers. Speaking of the Flyers, we know they're without their captain Beck Cole tonight. She hurt her groin in last weekend's devastating loss to the Fire by 3 points. She did undergo a fitness test before tonight's game, but they're going to give her an extra few days and then get her on that flight to far North Queensland as the Fire and the Flyers play each other for the second time in 7 days.
Thanks, Megan. That is going to be a fascinating game, and just terrific to see Nia Coffey back in the league after a 5-year absence, and it's going to give them such length and defensive ability at the 3 spot for the Fire. Before we get to the second half, let's look at the top 5 plays from round 10.
She's sorted, she's good. Lands her from 3.
On the line, on target.
Ellis to Froley. Really wanted to get Ellis back. Gets her eventually, and the Ellis for the win!
Oh my goodness! You could not have defended that any better, Abby Ellis.
Abby Ellis, you are clutch! The game winner for the Fire!
Flyers and Geelong locked on 4 wins apiece, 1 win out of 4th, making this a crucial second half coming right up. And you may notice tonight that players from both teams have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough, and a life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. Learn how you can be a part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. The QR code on your screen, 1-800-FULL-STOP. Great initiative by the Signet WNBL. Third quarter underway here via Potter. Whistle firsts. It's a travel.
Great defense by Alice Kunik on Gemma Potter. She kept her in front of her. She stayed low in the stance. Just forced that travel call.
Rochi bursting over the timeline. She fouled from Ellsworthy on that handoff attempts. Number 2 on Ellsworthy. Interesting looking, Laurie, at the halftime stats, and it's a 14 field goals Geelong have had more than Southside. It's a similar story to their last outing against the Caps when they had 31 more shots despite losing.
Well, that's exactly right. The problem is they're just shooting the ball so poorly.
Reed does well to draw the foul.
So when you look across the season stats for Geelong, you know, they're 8th in a lot of the shooting categories. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage. So it's just, they're getting good looks. They're just not dropping for the team.
Let's get down to Megan.
Well, the number 8 was at the top of the whiteboard in the Southside Flyers room at halftime. They had 8 turnovers in that quarter. I spoke to assistant coach Bernie Harrower, who said that the Flyers became passive in that second term. Earlier in the game, they were aggressive offensively and defensively. They're looking to try and rectify that in this third quarter.
Nice hezzy in the drive from Jazz Shelley. That's a great point. Great access from Megan. 13 turnovers at the half, Laurie. That's simply too many.
Well, it is, especially when they did a fairly good job of keeping the ball, you know, 5 turnovers the first quarter.
Geelong control the glass. Reset via Brett. 10 seconds to work with. Shelley, open, rattles out.
That did everything but go right through the bottom of the net. Jazz Shelley's known for her 3-point shooting.
On the other side, and it's a travel bucket waved off from Lockridge.
That would have been a good response from Lockridge had that gone down.
Sure would have. She was 2 from 2 from 3 at the halftime break. Shelley, massive role at point guard this evening. Sharps in the posts. Geelong out of the break have had a couple of good looks, not going down. Reed again with the aggression. Six seconds for Lockridge. Strong that time with favoured Kunik.
Well, that's something that Geelong just can't allow, is that many offensive rebounds, because a team like the Flyers are going to score, but right there we see a turnover, and now a score by Geelong straight down the lane.
Defense to offense for Shelley. Peeled clean with the steal, and then the dump off dime. Tillman on the perimeter. Lockridge strong on the elbow jumper. Geelong are building here. Reed did well. Rochi. They trailed by 20 at one stage in the second quarter, United. They make it a single possession ball game. Small ball lineup out there on the floor. It's Ellsworthy to the cup and the whistle. Some frustration from the Flyers bench.
Well, talking to Chris Lucas earlier, he, you know, that the 20-point loss to Canberra, he goes, you know, that was Sunday afternoon. Monday morning, he had 7 players ready there early to do some extra work. He said, you can never fault their endeavor at trainings and games. He doesn't have to challenge them. They've been exceptional to work with.
It's been a great fight back so far. Rochi around Brett, no whistle. This crowd stunned at the moment at the State Basketball Centre. Brett. At that time. There's a warning. And Matty Rochi just providing some feedback to the referee. Megan Huswaite, this one's heating up.
It sure is, and it's great to see Chris, as Laurie said earlier, in his 18th season. He still rides the highs and the lows and the adrenaline. And one thing that I've noticed sideline this season is the messaging is such a big emphasis for this brand new WNBL team. It's the messages that he writes on his whiteboard ahead of the first quarter. He's got a cardboard cutout with messages that he's got in his hand at the moment, and his other hand was pumping a fist right then with basket.
They've tied it up on the back of that lane.
Have you seen him smile yet, Megs?
I saw him smile once, Laurie. Once.
Lockridge battling hard. Hillman again on the Yo glass. Up to 12 and finally breaks this run. Shelley off the screen from Potter. Great offense, Geelong.
Well, she changed her pace. She cut off that screen, and I'm glad to see she went up strongly and did try and avoid any contact.
Resetting with Rochi. Post catch for Kudik. Turns and goes. Lefty lay-in.
Nice steadying basket by Alice Kunit. Did a good job of holding her seal.
Brett turns the corner. Sharp with the penetration. And Brett connects.
Oh my goodness, Geelong have actually taken the lead now by 1 point. What a ball game.
Rochi, offensive foul, it's a push-off. There's been some back and forth. Rochi's got to be careful. Already had a warning. Here's a better look at it. Third personal on Matty Rochi. Halfway through this third. Geelong have taken the lead. Hillman got there for the Flyers.
Southside just need to take a deep breath, get through their sets.
Lockridge, feet set.
Great job. Nice inside out. Had a little ball reversal to begin with, and that's exactly what they need to do. Shift the defense a little bit.
Lockridge has hit 3 of their 4 trebles this evening. Shelley, step back jumper.
I like that from Shelley. She's known for her 3-point shooting. She just had a drive to the basket, so it's nice to mix it up a little bit. Harder to defend that way.
Just got there, Tara Reid. 2-man game with Hillman. Now to Hillman on the roll.
Hillman's just so efficient on that pick and roll action.
Isn't she? 16 points, 7 of 11 shooting. Potter through traffic. Lockridge forcing the issue once more. Hillman, you bet.
And we talked about D-trans in that second quarter, that the Geelong really need to take care of that. And that was a classic example of getting out and running, nobody deep. You've got to get as deep as the deepest player and protect the rim.
Tillman, MVP candidate for a reason. And she's having a big influence here, Megan.
Oh, she sure is. And someone who had a big influence last time these teams played was Hayley Jones, who's just checked back into this game. So Geelong hit the lead without her as she gets the rebound there off Hillman. Jazz Shelley has come to the bench, and I just want to heap a bit of praise on her after she made that bucket. She's facilitated a lot tonight, and she's, of course, is captain without Keely Froling. I spoke to her before the game, and she's been coming off the bench in some games, and she said it's really just taken her time, and she was very honest about it, to adjust to the physicality of the WNBL after coming back from college, but great to see her making some shots.
Thanks, Megan. She has been crucial in this comeback. Lockridge, 5 seconds. Steps back for 3. Tracked down from Rock. Lockridge can go again here. Inside the arc, book it.
Good steady play by Lockridge.
13 points on the evening for Dallas Lockridge. Plenty of youth out on the floor for both sides. And they are delivering. Danielle Raber. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Raber switches onto the ball. Hillman's there in the post. They've got a double. And Jones, with her defensive capabilities, does the job. What a find. Raber, that is beautiful basketball from Geelong.
That is team basketball. A nice look, kick ahead, then an inside look, and I you know, to be honest, she could have gone up herself, Potter.
Court vision from Hayley Jones on show. Off-ball whistle. It's an offensive foul. Just a short break for Jazz Shelley. 4 dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia. From Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL, they've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. Brett. Potter in the post this time. Raber from outside the arc. Nails it.
All of a sudden, everything's clicking for Geelong. Again, a good inside-out game, no panicking.
Tied up once more. And as we turn for home, we're in for some kind of finish. And whistle before the breakaway. Fourth team foul on Geelong. Shelley will take a break. It's, I think, her third. Just a short spell. Reed trapped. Did really well to find Rock. Ellsworthy. Strong on the 3, it favours Raber. Jones with the floater. Potch controls the glass. Oh, Potter arrives. Quick thinking. Can Geelong take the lead into 3-quarter time? Potter, 3 triples in the 3rd quarter, not that time. And it's 51 apiece here.
Wow.
After 3.
Oh. Tell you what, Geelong, to their credit, are, you know, confidence is such a wonderful thing. You get a little bit, you feel good. Now the Flyers are feeling the scoreboard pressure. It's got everything right now.
They lead this 3rd quarter by 6 points, Geelong, and it's tied up with 10 minutes remaining here in Melbourne. Mars Hillman has been a constant for the Southside Flyers this evening. 18-7 and counting here, Laurie Chiswick.
Well, she's the real shining light. She goes after the rebound. She finishes strongly. We know her how strong she is on that pick and roll, and I'll be interested to see how they get her involved this last quarter.
Quarter remains, and last time at this very venue that these two met, Southside had a 13-point lead at quarter time, and then Monconti got it done in OT with a game winner. Could it be a similar script as the Flyers led by 20 at one stage in the seconds? Geelong have almost dominated proceedings really since that moment to sit tied at 51 apiece with a quarter remaining.
Well, and one thing I'm sure Christy Harrower spoke about was taking care of the basketball, valuing possession. 18 turnovers so far.
Reed rips and drives, drops it in, plus the foul for Tara Reid. Big evening so far for her with a double-double.
A good execution, cleared out the side for her. She was able to just get the ball and go, finish strongly on her left.
Converts the three-point play. Megan, you were listening in to Christy Harrower.
I was, and they're fighting fire with fire in this final term. She's going to see some pick and roll from the Flyers. She said Geelong can't guard the Flyers pick and roll, and the Flyers can't guard Geelong. So that's what they are going to do. But there was no mention about anything else other than the task at hand. Southside have lost now 6 games by 10 points or under. There was nothing about relaxing leads or relaxing themselves or being passive, which has been sort of the language throughout the game tonight. Not now. It's just the task at hand. We'll see what they can do.
Thanks, Megan. It is as well a vastly different group out on the floor. They've had to go to some of their youth. Imogen Rock out there with Rochi on the pine with 4 personals.
Yeah, Imogen Rock's playing some really good minutes.
Flyers retake the lead. Hillman on the roll. Able to collect it. And Kunik just strong. Rock did really well to force an extra possession. Out of bounds against Brett.
Chris Lucas talked about Brett and Hank, what great pickups good finds that they've had. They haven't been in the WNBL before, and they're just such hard workers, and that was on display right then.
Jones with the job on Tara Reid. Combining with Hillman. Couldn't get there to Kunik. Pass a little off, but again, Rock with the hustle. Geelong bench calling for a travel. Chris Lucas certainly thought so. They will have possession.
You can see Geelong at every opportunity defensively try and double.
Ellsworthy. Man tightly from Lockridge. Raber can't get a look in. It's Brett who delivers. Basket for basket here to start the 4th. Hillman, money, and she's up to 20.
Absolute money. Pick and roll, get her involved.
They're going to keep going to the well. Ellsworthy battling through. It's number 4 on Dallas Lockridge. "20 minutes tonight for Sarah Ellsworthy. 7 points and 3 of 4 from the line. Unable to deliver as the crowd bearing down here.
Very vocal crowd out here on a Wednesday night at the State Basketball Center.
Yeah, really got involved. Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate 50 years and the current hoop season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. Rock will have it with 11. Kunik, strong on the baseline jumper. In the hands of Jones. Gliding inside and turned over. United have looked after the basketball fairly well throughout the game. Kunik on the breakaway.
Great run by Alice Kunik, and an even better find by her teammate to kick that ball ahead.
Elizabeth flipped it over to Jones. They'll call upon their star guard. Whistle came first. Flyers can't believe it. Jones has drawn the foul. It'll be 3 throws. Alice Kunik doing her best to keep her feelings to herself. Had some frustrations tonight, the Flyers. It was Jones who took over down the stretch. Last time these two met in round 7, Laurie, I suspect we could be headed in a similar fashion.
Well, I think so. She's a good read of whoever's defending her, whether she takes the ball, spins inside, just tries to drive and use her strength to finish.
Lockridge, the float game. Nylon for Dallas Lockridge, having herself some sort of night.
Well, she is. For somebody that's 20 years old, just her ability to read what's out there and to stay nice and calm.
Shelley, room service, Sharp is fouled from over the top. It could be back-to-back personals on Kunik.
Really good drive, baseline drive by Jazz Shelley. Got by her defender very easily, and Alex Sharp would probably be a little disappointed that she missed that.
Just the 2 on Kunik. 3 minutes gone in this 4th quarter. Let's get down to Megan.
Well, this will be fabulous for Dallas Lockridge. Just confidence at the moment. She's, of course, a young guard playing career-high minutes this season, but she's been on the other end of some low moments for the Flyers. No fault of her own this season. Abby Ellis last week with the game winner for Townsville, and then last time these two teams met with Monique Conti scoring the winning basket as Dallas goes to the line.
Thanks, Megs. They have been on the wrong end of a couple of buzzer beaters this season, the Flyers. Really hoping that doesn't come back to bite them. It is remarkably close from 4th down to 8th.
Lockridge, another great foul shooter for Southside at 88%.
It hasn't quite been their night as a team. Now 12 of 18. She'll split a pair. Shelley has 5 assists. Sharp providing the screen. Well, the fadeaway runner for Jazz Shelley.
It was a good screen by Alex Sharp, and Shelley used it well and little floater.
She's playing with confidence this evening. Reed not quite. Jones, the hustle. Desperation. Shelley. Again inside. Not quite off the window. Kunik with a look of determination. Lost it though to Shelley. And that's an easy whistle. For the Flyers, certainly don't think so. Right in front of their bench. And they're flabbergasted.
At I feel like the Flyers are really getting drawn into every single call that the referees are making, and that can be a real distraction. Even the bench is involved. There must have been a technical foul here, but you just can't afford to let that happen.
Shelley unfazed by this very loud Southside crowd, and Christy Harrow just saying, let's chime it in with the chat back to the refs. Because they are walking a tightrope, like you noted, Laurie.
Well, there's probably more pressure on Southside, even though they're on the same wins, you know, and equally they want to get this job done. It's at home. Geelong are missing 2 key players. So the pressure just ramps up more and more as that scoreboard pressure amounts.
Geelong retake the lead off the back of those free throws. Do not go anywhere. This is going to be a fun finish. .62 plays 61. And Geelong in the bonus with 5:50 remaining in the game. That is going to be a factor, Laurie.
Well, Geelong really just need to know that that's a fact, that they go to the line every time that there's a foul call, so they'll be wanting to put pressure on the rim. No question about that, especially with a couple of their players, Southside players, sitting on 4 fouls.
Christy Harrow looking to steady her team. They've looked a little rattled. It is deafening in here. Great to have you with us for WNBL Wednesdays on ESPN, and this one has gone up a notch. It's intense in the 4th at the State Basketball Centre. The crowd is really getting involved. And Southside are under some pressure here. We've got Geelong in the bonus with 5:50 remaining in the game. Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick with you on the call. Here's Lockridge. 4 seconds, got to go. Lockridge off the dribble. The teardrop just short. Shelley, across, inside and turned over, or was it? Found the cutting sharp, no dice. Reed. It's the post entry. Geelong cut it off. They do not want the ball on Hillman's hands. Rochi for 3. They walk taller when Hayley Jones is out there. Gliding down the floor, Geelong United. Shelley's been excellent this evening.
I was just thinking the same thing. I think this is arguably her best game so far I've seen in the Geelong uniform. She just looks like she's up a level in confidence of what she can do.
I'd have to agree. Hand it over to Bretts for the corner triple.
Nice time to nail one, Brett.
It's the biggest lead of the ball game for Geelong.
And that's
an offensive foul.
That is Rochi done. She won't take any more part in this game with just over 4 minutes to go.
5 personals. Not done for Maddie Rochi. This crowd is not happy. Credit to Geelong. They have put the pressure on in the second half. If you've just joined us, they trailed by 20 in the second quarter. Key players down, missing their skipper, Keely Frollin. Jones lost it.
Southside are still running, which is a good sign.
Lockridge cans the three.
That'll bring the house down. I liked how they pushed the ball. That's what they need to continue to do these last 4 minutes of the game.
In for a good one as we approach crunch time. 1 point game of hoops. Jones calls for a pick. Backing down in the key way. Rock arrived and poked it away.
Smart play by Rock.
Lockridge doubles. Skip pass. Tara Reid for three. In the hands of Sharp. Hillman stays with the play. 2-on-2 situation for Koenig. Now United can slingshot. Whistles have gone away the last couple of minutes. Jones inside. Advances the lead for United. This is intense. 2:43 remaining. Reid off the dribble. Rock with a cut. The youngster, not that time.
Good idea. Good movement off the ball. Just wasn't quite able to finish.
Shelley with 10 seconds. Driving right at Rock. Gritty finish.
Jazz Shelley. In that first quarter, we saw her miss a layup because she was avoiding the bumps, the pressure, the physicality. Now we see her going at it hard and taking it on, dictating where and when the bump's coming from, and a strong finish.
Shelley up to 15 to go with 7 assists. And can you believe it? 7 steals in the game for Jazz Shelley. We'll have a listen in to Chris Lucas in just a moment. You have to be thrilled with the fight back.
Okay. All right, Sharp, you go to Nars. Okay, we're staying in man. Okay, we're in white. So, make sure on that side. Okay, we're in thumb shakes. The Jazz, you're coming off it. Okay, Sharpie, you're on the catch. We'll make that catch bigger. Sarah, work that screen, get the stick. Okay, take it down with her head. You can get downhill. Alyssa, you go opposite. Yeah, Gemma, you're through. In the corner, we got that. All right, hey, let's get a stop right here.
Geelong searching for their second away win of the season. Their only win on the road was here at this venue in round 7. 5-point advantage, just over 2 minutes remain. Could it be a 3-0 season sweep for Geelong over Southside? Here's Koenig.
Or could we see another OT?
That we could. Lockridge is hot from 3 and lands it. Dallas Lockridge has a 20-piece, Megan.
She sure does, and what she just did is what her coach, Christy Harrower, implored her to do. She said, if you've got a 3 in you, shoot it. And the Flyers like that decision, and the crowd do too. Harrower just imploring and instilling confidence in her young players. Dallas Lockridge, who's up into 20 points now, and also Imogen Rock, who's played more minutes tonight than she has in her WNBL career. But Harrower putting full confidence in them here in the last minute and 46 seconds.
She stood up to the task. Thanks, Megan. Koenig, the veteran presence. Lockridge with 5 triples. Koenig steps out to the corner, just off.
Now Geelong did a good job of blocking out.
Walls of defense from the crowd.
The spacing's not very good right now. Southside are doing a good job of locking them in that side.
Trap down that sideline. Now they release Shelley. Audacious, bingo!
Oh, that's what happens when you are confident.
Deep three ball from Jazz Shelley.
What a game to play for Jazz Shelley, especially in the absence of Monconti.
Koenig couldn't return fire. And now Geelong hold all the cards. A basket here would make it really tough. 7 seconds for Brett. Shelley again. Just off. And the door remains ajar. A whistle against Brett. It's team foul number 3.
It's not such a bad foul for Brett. They wanted to stop any sort of transition or fast break basket, but look at that shot from Jazz Shelley.
What a moment. Hillman bearing down. And if they go on to win this one, that will be the exclamation point. Timeout, under a minute remains. And it's a 2-possession ball game. Shelley's got 18. To go with 7 assists and 7 steals. Captain Keeley Froling there involved in the timeout. What a game it's turned out to be, Laurie, after what was a slow start from Geelong.
Well, it certainly was, and now Christy Harrower has to just settle her charges, make sure they run a specific play coming out of this timeout. There's still a minute left, just under a minute. If they get a basket, a 2 or a 3 they need to get a stop. So there's still plenty of time, but you know, they need to be really precise in what they do. They'll have practice these scenarios in trainings, you know, up or down by so many points with time on the clock. So, but what a massive win this would be for Geelong with the undermanned squad that they brought into the State Centre.
For a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy. Pick up a family pack of Latina fresh pasta and sauce, ready in minutes, and so delicious there won't be any complaints at the dinner table. Find Latina Fresh in a chilled pasta aisle near you. 30 seconds remains. Rock will inbound. Desperate for a basket to keep them in it. Lockridge inside with Hillman, the mismatch and the whistle. She'll have to earn them from the stripe. And one there would have been massive.
Well, it was a good look inside. You know, you just get it in her vicinity, and she is going to catch it with those great hands.
That does not help the equation. 14 of 21 from the line, Southside. Chris Lucas will use a timeout. It's a square, 24 seconds remaining.
Be interesting to see if Chris Lucas advances the ball, in which case the shot clock gets reset to 14, or whether he'll take it from the baseline, knowing that that could potentially chew off an extra 8 seconds.
Southside can send them straight to the line in the bonus if they choose. Some of the young guard talent on show tonight. Dallas Lockridge and Jazz Shelley leading the way. 22 for Dallas, 18 for Shelley, and the biggest shot of the night so far moments ago.
Well, Dallas Lockridge only averages 10 points per game this season. So to have this season high 22 points, that's very impressive. This is just such a crucial win for both of these teams.
It really is. Both tied on 4 wins. 4 teams, in fact.
And he's elected to take it on the baseline.
Right up in defense, hoping for a steal. The safe hands of Jones. And the whistle. Jones will have 3 throws.
Southside almost did a good job of causing a violation there. It was good defense, good pressure.
Foul trouble early. Haley Jones played just the 20 minutes tonight. 7 and 6.
It's a long road back for the Flyers with only 21.8 seconds left on the clock.
And now the equation is 6. Needs to be an early heave from the Flyers. Reed, precious time winding down. Kunik nails it. Back to one possession. Shelley out in space. They've got a foul. Running away from the defense. Shelley will have 2. And the clock reads 2.3. Just couldn't get a foul there.
Well, smart play by Jazz Shelley. She was dribbling around, not letting them make contact, not letting them give the chance to foul her. Chewed a lot of time off the clock.
And it looks to have put it out of reach. Geelong set to complete the comeback here. They trailed by 20 in the second quarter. And they win the second half emphatically to complete a 3-0 season sweep over the Southside Flyers. What a gutsy performance. 76 plays 71, Laurie.
Gutsy is the exact right word. They came in so undermanned without 2 of their starters in Monconti and Keely Frawling. We can see Jazz Shelley there on screen. Biggest game of her career in the WNBL with the United, the new franchise, and that'll only help her moving forward. Now this puts Geelong right back in the mix of things going forward in the ladder and where they sit.
And it's proven you just cannot count them out coming into the game without Keely Frawling, without Monique Conti. Maybe the season's slipping away, but far from it.
Well, we have to remember that the Flyers were without Beck Cole, who is their captain, averages 13 points a game, and they did miss her. And the early foul trouble, we can see Monconti there on the screen, early foul trouble of Rocci, and she had to sit. But what a great, great effort by this Geelong outfit.
They won the final period 25-19. And after trailing 18-9 at quarter time, they won every period from that point forward. And they break their 4-game losing streak. A lot to think about for this young and injury-riddled Southside team. Awaiting the return of Cole and Carly Ernst as well, who the return date remains indefinite. Crowd was terrific tonight. They couldn't get their Flyers home, and Geelong improve on the season. Their 5th win to go with 8 losses, sitting just behind the Flames in 4th. I think it was the moment of the night, Jazz Shelley, when she hit that deep 3 ball, and she's on floor with Megan.
Here we go. Well, Jazz Shelley, Geelong take the series against the reigning champs, the Southside Flyers, and you are in the hunt for 4th spot.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We really needed that win. I'm really proud of the girls who played awesome today.
You should be really proud of yourself. You've been starting, you've been on the bench in recent weeks. Tonight you started and you took the captaincy, and my goodness, did you lead? How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, having Mon and Keely out this game, it was really going to be a challenge, and we needed people to step up, and I knew that needed to be me, so I'm really excited that we could get the win tonight.
You facilitated so well early, and then we saw you score more in the second half. Was that something Chris spoke to you about, or was that something that came within, that you were able to put some points on the board when I guess you needed some more offensive flow?
Yeah, I mean, Chris tells me to be aggressive every time I touch it, so no, I just think I picked the right time to be able to get some points on the board. I knew we needed some scoring power. In that first quarter, we didn't score too much, so I knew I needed to take over a little bit.
And it's great to see you smiling. What has the season been like? Because it isn't a big adjustment coming back into the league, and of course you're a Betty Watson rising star from when you were here last, but there has been challenges within the season, and you told me post-game that the physicality is something that you've really had to get used to again. How have you navigated the season so far and your role?
Yeah, it's been a challenging season for myself personally. Like, this league is really, really tough, and I'm really proud proud that I've been able to be challenged and trying to grow from this. And I have an amazing teammates and I have an amazing coach that believes in me. So it's been a fun challenge.
And did you enjoy the challenge of being captain tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I got promoted tonight. So, no, I mean, Keely's such a good leader and you could hear her from the bench, and I knew we needed some on-court leadership, so I'm glad I could step up in that way.
Well, we look forward to seeing you and the girls in action again on Sunday against the Perthlings. It's going to be a great challenge, but we saw again tonight you're well and truly up for it.
Cool. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Jazz. Well done.
Thank you.
Huge performance from Jazz Shelley. No Monconti. Jones down with foul trouble, and she manned the ship at point guard. 20 points, 7 assists and 7 steals. That is undoubtedly her best performance this season.
Absolutely it was, and she's known as a great three-point shooter, and we saw her make that one from the car park right there. But I liked how she penetrated. I liked how she talked about the physicality, and she is finally getting used to that and realizing that she has to initiate it. She has to take control of that, and she can finish strongly.
That could be the catalyst for a massive second half of the season for Jazz Shelley. Let's hear from the Geelong coach, Chris Lucas.
Well, Chris, you were just saying, sorry to throw you under the bus, but you're just trying to compose yourself. You are in your 18th WNBL season as head coach and assistant for plenty more in between that as well. How proud are you right now?
I'm very proud. We've had a lot of adversity this week, and I thought the girls, adversity creates opportunity, and I think we grabbed that with two hands. And Jazz Shelley, best game for the year. Jem Potter was great. They were all great, and I'm so proud of the whole team.
Well, what a night for Jazz Shelley. Obviously, she started earlier in the season. She's moved into a role coming off the bench. Tonight, she was elevated to captain in Keely Frolling's absence. I mean, that was a way to lead the team.
Absolutely. I think she ended up with 27 assists and 7 steals or something like that, but a great performance. So pleased for her because she's been battling away, and we've been working through that off the court with film and that, and I'm just so pleased for her, to be quite honest.
I spoke during the game about the messaging, and you're such a teacher, and we've seen that throughout your career, but from the messages you write on your board before the game, I see you've got a little bit of cardboard with some messages as well, but it is simple messages, and it's reiterating them, and it's communication, and it's teachings, because I think sometimes it's forgotten. This is a brand new team, it's a brand new club, and a lot of these girls have never stepped foot on a WNBL court.
6 or 7 players have never played at this level before, and the group has motivated me all year. An example of that is we lose to Canberra, played poorly. The next morning, getting off the plane, we had 7 people rocking up doing extra work. I can't ask for any more than that, to be quite honest.
And also, I reckon you've smiled about 20 times tonight. I reckon you've matched Jazz Shelley for points and smiles.
Yeah, look, really enjoying this young group, and they're learning every day and coachable, and I'm having a ball.
We love to hear it, Chris. We'll see you on Sunday. Can't wait to see you take on the Perthley.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very happy Chris Lucas there. They have indeed faced some adversity. Keely Froling ruled out for the season. That would have been a huge blow to the morale of the team, I'm sure, but they came in firing in the second half tonight. This is how they got it done.
Well, Jazz Shelley led the way with really that first basket of the game and never looked back. And certainly in that first quarter, it looked like the Southside Flyers were actually going to really run away with it in the likes of Tara, Reed, Hillman, the way they pushed the ball and the tempo that they were playing at. But then it almost seemed like they took their foot off the pedal, and Geelong are never going to say die. And of course, then that means the scoreboard pressure, all of a sudden shots that were dropping for Southside aren't necessarily dropping now. But what a great game by the young Lockridge. She was sensational for the Flyers. And again, just another classic matchup between these two Victorian teams.
It's been fun. 3 thrillers between these two. They've all gone down to, well, the first 2 to 1 possession, this one to 2 possessions, and a 3-0 season sweep to Geelong. Something they can really hang their hat on against the reigning champs in their inaugural season. And this moment from Shelley, the moment of the night, draining this deep 3 ball really to bury the Flyers and seal the victory here in Melbourne. Here's your full-time stats leaders. Dallas Lockridge led all scorers with 20. Shelley was excellent with 20 as well. And Tara Reid, as you mentioned, terrific early. And a double-double for Alex Sharp. 76 plays 70. It's been a great evening here at the State Basketball Centre, and Geelong improved to their 5th win of the season. Laurie Chiswick, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Liam. It's always, I mean, the 2 games against these teams, the 3 of them have always been close, and so we didn't expect anything less. I mean, that first quarter, I was thinking, oh, I don't know with these injuries, but they both delivered once again.
Here's the remainder of our round 11 fixtures. It's a 5-game slate. Geelong will play again on Sunday at Geelong Arena against the Perth Lynx. That is going to be a real test. Thanks for joining us tonight for the WNBL on ESPN. It's Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick from all our hard-working team behind the scenes. Thank you and good night.